Species, however, involves a whole other set of skills. For hummingbirds, as for many other creatures, sex is a game in which females make the rules. A female knows exactly what she's looking for. It's up to males to make a good impression. Some males like to announce their presence with a song, like the insistent chirping of this Ecuadorian long-billed hermit. The long-tailed sylph uses his feathers to woo a mate. Only the male sports that extravagant accessory. When a male rufous spots a female in his territory, he launches into a dance, best appreciated in slow motion. While he shuttles back and forth, the female plays coy, hiding in the flowers. But he knows right where his audience is. When it comes to hummingbird mating displays, nothing can touch the Annas. Male Annas, with their trademark fiery red crowns and necks, put on an elaborate display to intimidate rivals and attract a mate. The main event is a steep dive at breakneck speed, almost too fast for the human eye. You may have missed it, but the female certainly noticed. Here's another look. There's one thing you can't miss. Every dive is punctuated by a high-pitched squeak.
So this is the territory I was telling you about.
Biologist Chris Clark is investigating the Anna's mating display. He and his assistant, Teresa Feo, have brought some specialized gear to a park on the edge of San Francisco Bay.
Okay, it's right there.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
The female will go around to several males' territories, and the male is doing this display in an effort to impress her, to try and convince the female to mate with him rather than with that other guy over there.
The male's dive is his way of flaunting his physical fitness. And that unusual chirp is a kind of serenade to help win her over. But Chris is curious to know how the male makes that noise.
The sound sounds vocal. People think that it's made vocally, just like their song is vocal. But there's also a group of people out there that think that it may be the tail that makes the sound. But nobody has tested this idea before.
Chris and Teresa will use a high-speed video camera to record the dives at 500 frames per second. A sensitive microphone will capture the chirps. The real trick will be getting the male to dive right in front of Chris's camera.
It is quite a challenge to film these guys. When they're diving, they go, we think, at about 60 miles an hour or so. And of course, this is a little bird that's about this big, whizzing by at the speed of freeway traffic.
Chris knows that males tend to dive toward the sun to show off their red markings to best advantage, and that helps him position the camera.
He'll be coming from over here, so right here would be a good place for the camera.
To provoke the male into putting on a display, they place a female inside a mesh enclosure. And as added insurance, another female, a stuffed one, is mounted on a pole.
This is a female that we got from a wildlife hospital. She didn't survive after being admitted.
With their gear in place and ready to roll, there's nothing to do but wait for the show to start. And it doesn't take long.
Oh,
Going up.
he's going up for a dive.
The male begins his display by flying straight up about 100 feet and hovering to attract attention. Then he plunges toward the ground in a death-defying dive.
Descending.
Dive one.
Dive one.
He's going up. Dive two.
That was dive two.
Going up. Dive three.
That was dive three.
Oh, look.
Estimates that I have from videos are that the G-forces are about 10 Gs. Dive 7,
7.
which is about the same as what a fighter pilot blacks out under in fighter aircraft. Dive 14.
Dive 14.
It's phenomenal that this is just a routine part of their displays that they do. Descending. Dive 16. Okay, he's back on his perch.